celebrate the blockage of the Muslim ban, Trump is still up to some very harmful things. Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome to Social Thoughts with Dr. Nick. And welcome to day 9 of the shit show called the Trump administration. And really quickly, I'm not going to waste any time. We really need to pay attention and watch the things that he does. Because yes, we're celebrating the legal blockage of the Muslim ban over on this hand, but we're really not watching what this hand is doing. Because this hand is up to some sneaky stuff in that Trump administration. I think we're starting to see the actual influence of Steve Bannon from Breitbart. And because he's just a straight up and down racist. There's no sugarcoating that. Because it's interesting that on Friday, the White House put out a statement for International Holocaust Remembrance Day. But it was kind of odd because the quote, their statement was short, of course, and they said they remembered the victims, the survivors, and the heroes of the Holocaust, but who are the victims? Who were the survivors? Who were the heroes of the Holocaust? So they actually never mentioned the Jewish people, like I just said, by name. Secondly, they never actually mentioned anti-Semitism. So I think that's kind of odd. And also, of course, Steve Bannon is a Holocaust denier. He doesn't believe it ever happens. So of course, you're not going to mention the people that was impacted by name. And also, it just seems like that's a good way for them to whitewash history again. Because if it's a piece of history where they look bad or they want to change it, they'll start to play with the words and terminology. That's whitewashing. That's nothing new. It's what they do. And the second major thing I want to talk about today is Steve Bannon, who Trump actually just put on the National Security Council. Granted, a guy that has no experience with national security and he used to run an online magazine, newspaper, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Now he's on the National Security Council. And at the same time, this is terrifying, Trump pulled off the National Director of Intelligence and also the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He pulled both of those men off the NSC. So they have experience fighting terrorism, or, with security, cybersecurity, and put someone on there who used to run an online magazine. That's very telling, and that should be terrifying for everyone else. Because you know what? There's your Muslim ban fight right there. Because that's his whole thing, is to keep everyone else out, keep all the brown people out. So, as I close out today's video, I'm really excited that the courts actually blocked his first attempt at a Muslim ban. But that fight's not over. It's not over because he's going to keep going because you know what? His ego is so big. Trump doesn't like to lose, and he's such a petty little person. He'll start to move people around like he just did with Steve Bannon. So now that's Bannon's fight, and Bannon loves that crap. That's just his MO. And secondly, it was really interesting with his Muslim ban. Of course, number one, he was 6 countries, and he excluded the countries that actually bombed or were involved in the 9/11 terrorist attack in New York and in Washington. They can still come and go as they please. And what's really more interesting, he didn't ban the countries where he has a lot of money invested. So it's really not about us, it's about him and his wallet. It's all about Trump's money. And people need to realize that. So on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.